every single new detail in the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Cell Saga trailer, from Cell's unique transformation animations, new attack animations for characters, multiple costumes, as well as unique features depending on which character is being attacked by another character. Hello everyone, it's me, Steve Doji here, back with more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And this time in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, we'll be going over all of the unique features actually spotted in the Cell Saga trailer, because the Cell Saga trailer not only showed a bunch of new characters, but actually gave a bunch of new game updates too. So we'll be seeing these the next time the next game demo is available, or when the game's online demo actually, does get released to the public. Now, all of this information has actually been brought together in one place by you, so thank God I don't have to like grab all my different sources and keep showing them on screen, right? I can just scroll up and down Ayub's Twitter page, so massive shouts out to the GOAT Ayub for that. And he actually has a separate thread on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero detailing most of these, but we'll go through some of the ones that other people have seen as well. Then we'll go over the accuracy when it comes to certain things. So first, let's start off with the fact pointed out is that the update to the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero roster shows this many slots left. And keep in mind, these slots are with no Saga characters, no movie characters, no GT, and no OG Dragon Ball characters. So I want you guys to look at the slots right now as they appear, and I want you to be able to like kind of imagine how you're supposed to fit the rest of the Saga, movie characters, whether they be heroes and villains like Tapion and Broly, GT relevant characters, which would be Panda, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, GT Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, etc., right? And OG Dragon Ball being Kid Goku, Demon King Piccolo, etc., right? This does not look like that many slots left, and we have like several arcs that need to be filled, so that's actually kind of shocking to say the least. But yeah, I want you guys to leave it in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to make it into the game, and which arcs do you think they'll come from? Because there might not be enough slots for everyone, or maybe they could reveal that they're going to actually add more slots, right? They could just do that whenever they want. You can actually see in this image, you can see Teen Gohan wearing Piccolo's cape. He's in the corner right there. So whether you believe it or not, I do believe this is actually like a costume that's available for Gohan, because you have all the characters pretty much doing their default standing stances that we've seen them do in the custom battle mode. Cell is even doing like the explaining emotes with his hand out. So I think this is an actual costume you can get for Gohan. We're just seeing it from a cinematic from the custom battle mode or from the story mode, because keep in mind the story mode does use a lot of assets, or at least a lot of the same features that you can access in custom battle mode. So yeah, Gohan has his Piccolo outfit, which would be super cool, especially if you're trying to recreate that one specific Dokkan unit where Gohan has the Piccolo like cape on top and he's in Super Saiyan 2. That would be extra cool. So yeah, there's gonna be a giant amount of costumes available in this game, man. How many other games have we had where Gohan can have the Piccolo cape on and be in Super Saiyan 2 at the same time? Because this might be the only game to my knowledge. Tien actually is the character so far that I think has the most costumes available. Keep in mind, Tien is just one character, and we've seen 3 costumes available on him already. So other than like DBS Goku, who we have seen the character customization screen for, we know he's got like several costumes, right? Tien is the character with the second most costumes in the game, and they keep changing every arc despite the fact that he does not have like a new character version. We have this interaction between Gohan and Cell, and because of the excellent camera work, it is very hard to tell if this is a unique super attack, and if it changes because Gohan is fighting Cell in particular, or if every character reacts to the super attack like this, or if it's a unique grab interaction between Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Cell. Because keep in mind, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Majin Buu grab was super cinematic, and that's just a regular grab. So Sparking Zero is really impressing us here with the fact that you can get crazy angles like this for just grab attacks, rather than just, super attacks. We can see in this image here, Vegeta is running into the androids during like the rocky area, the default Dragon Ball Z wasteland, when he should actually fight them here. Tenkaichi 3 had the OG map where he does encounter the androids on a mountain roadside, and while it's not available in the Sparking Zero trailer, there is some speculation that this will just be available in the full game, because the Sparking Zero trailer is very unfinished. You'll see how unfinished it is when I actually go through it again, when we look through Ayub's second thread. But I think this is good news, seeing these inaccuracies in these trailers, because it means that they are not done, and there is so much more polish the game can have. So if you're looking at Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and you're like, I don't like the way certain things look, I don't like this, I don't like that, they're not done yet. There's still plenty of polishing to go. So hold your horses, hold your tongue. There's so many more improvements coming to this game. And down the big Dragon Ball Sparking Zero thread Ayub has posted, the first thing is Trunks recreating the animation of throwing his sword up into the air and catching it by tilting his body as the sword comes down into his scabbard, which is a very cool detail. And while the model isn't exactly accurate to the way Trunks, looks in Z, it's more supposed to be a general look of Trunks, since, again, this is the same Trunks that has to be, like, consistent to the rest of the Android arc, right? So he is going to have one general look, rather than the exact look he had when he appeared to fight Frieza here. Another thing, actually, is how Trunks doesn't have his fluffy hair, and how Frieza has the DBS art style. You can kind of see it in his nose especially, but Frieza's face in general does not follow his Dragon Ball Z art style, even for Dragon Ball Z Frieza. So Mecha Frieza obviously suffered this as well. He doesn't have the DBS art style, but again, I don't really mind so much. It's technically the same character, so as much as I'd want him to be art style accurate, the same way the early Gokus look different from the Dragon Balls, like Super Gokus, it's not so much of a priority for Frieza in my opinion. If they didn't have it for Goku, then I'd actually be mad, but if they don't have it for Frieza and Trunks, I don't care so much if they're not exactly accurate to the way they look in the show. And then we have King Cold. You can actually see that King Cold, even in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, you can see his color scheme right there. Even in Sparking Zero, he actually follows his DBS Broly movie design. Not the design he had in the Dragon Ball Z anime when he was going to Earth. And this is like, I don't want to say it's weird, but it's kind of shocking because a Z King Cold does exist. And it's not like they changed first from Frieza to look like the way he does in the DBS Broly movie. But it might just be that DBS Broly's design for King Cold is more popular, since DBS Broly is a very popular movie in comparison to the start of the Cell Saga that not too many people think about. But yeah, it's nice to see that some characters are actually going to be appearing in their most recent design iterations, King Cold being one of them. I wonder how many other characters are going to be affected by such a thing, because again, there's a lot of good Dragon Ball designs, or at least a lot of designs that turn out to be much better towards the end of the series. So I'm curious to see how many other characters get this treatment too. You can actually also see here with DBS King Cold that they've noticed that the character is actually kind of glitched. And this is, again, I've said this as well, this is good news because it means they're not completely done and they can make everything in Sparking Zero look better. You can see here his arm just clips straight through his cape. This might not get changed in the full game because game clipping usually just ends up happening anyways, but there was a recent image showing that Saiyan Saga Vegeta, he doesn't clip through his shoulder armor when he does Gallic Gun. So King Cold has a good chance of getting that treatment too. And here King Cold is just straight up missing like his other arm. Like you could see there's a fist coming out of his shoulder here, and then his actual fist that's supposed to be hitting Trunks. It's just so bizarre. And you can even see in the trailer footage, they actually kind of hide this by putting a ton of effects around the point of impact when King Cold actually, like reaches, when he reaches Trunks. They put a ton of effects here, so you don't really get to look at it for too long before it then cuts over to him, finishing the combo with Frieza. So they're aware of these imperfections too, meaning they will fix them no matter what, basically. So that is very nice to see. And with End Piccolo finally added into the game, we can address the elephant in the room with Piccolo's design. Piccolo's outfit was like this when, again, in early Dragon Ball Z, it was supposed to look like this. Like, Piccolo was supposed to, his shirt covered up a lot of his chest, as well as his eye face design was much more different. So people are hoping that they'll actually change it so that early Piccolo is, he looks a bit more like the way he does. I think Goku is probably going to be the only one who actually gets this treatment of his face looking different throughout the different timelines, because he is the main character, so he would get that much treatment. Again, let me know what you guys think about when it comes to characters, looking like the way they're supposed to during relevant parts of the timeline. I think that requires a lot more development time to make every character look exactly with the way they do during that specific point in time. Like, a good example is, again, Sword Trunks again. He just looks like every other Trunks in the game. He doesn't really, have a different, face. And the Hell's Flash from Android 16 is very pretty. Now, I do want to give credit where it's due to Xenoverse. I think Xenoverse was the first actual game I could think of that depicted the Hell's Flash properly, with the beams also emerging from the ground. I don't even think Tenkaichi 3 did that. I think it was just that he threw you to the ground and then there was just a big blast and that was it. Xenoverse was the first game to actually recreate the whole lights coming out of. And one cool effect to the Xenoverse 2 is that the lights burning out of the ground also did damage. They did the same damage as the beam he shoots into the ground, so that was a very cool detail. So this is turning into Xenoverse glazing, but Xenoverse did this so well that I'm glad that other games did it too. Cell has unique transformation animations for each absorption, which is nice, because in BT3, he didn't actually have this. He just dashed up to the character, punched them in the gut, immediately absorbed them, and then just went lol lamau, Tenkaichi 3 still did it nice, obviously, but I do like Sparking Zero's versions of these a lot more. They're also probably not as long as they are in Tenkaichi 3, where you have to do the animation of self floating up into the air, looking left and right, then he finds the character. That's kind of long, so I'm curious how they'll change it. And this impact with Super Vegeta now looks much better in the game than it used to look in the demo. You actually have way more screen shaking. Yeah, look at that, man! You got way more screen shaking and wind shooting out when that kick comes in, as well as the speed line towards the top up here. You can see this is the speed line of the enemy being raised rapidly from Vegeta's kick. And then the follow-up elbow smash has like the frames, like that. Yeah, like it's got like the impact frames effect as it collides, showing the enemy getting knocked downwards. To me, that's like way too actual. Like that's just far too cool. That's a very, very good like animation work. I'm very impressed by that. And this is just for Vegeta. It's gonna look crazier when they apply all of these effects to like every character in the game, you know? We also have the iconic background music not included in the game. I think this has been showing up since like the Fusions trailer. Every single time they play an actual song from the anime, they go, by the way, this music won't be available in the game, which is tragic, right? I really wish it was available in the game, even though I would never be able to play in any of my videos because I'm a YouTuber. But it'd be a nice thing for the players to just have, you know, for people who just, you know, just chilling, just having a great time. It should, you know, they should, you know what, they should put the background music in the game. I'm tired. They should put that in the game. Oh, Mr. Satan's car is actually in the background on the Cell Games map. That's actually crazy. Ayub is even wondering if the presenters will be there like they were in BT3, like how they have sprites in the distance, like watching the fight. That would be a super cool detail. I hope they do that. I really hope. Because they've been kind of accurate so far with like emulating a sequel to Budokai Tenkaichi 3, so I actually think they probably would do that. And that is it. I think that is a pretty good place to end the video. Again, if you guys enjoyed the video, then obviously please leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, it greatly supports the channel. And please, if there's one thing I must beg of you, one thing I must request of you, please follow Ayub, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. You can see that here. I'll put a link in the description as well in case you guys don't want to type all of this out on twitter.com. But please follow him. I think Ayub has definitely been one of the closest people when it comes to finding out stuff in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Back when we were having all the gameplay showcases, he was always linking like new gameplay and stuff. And now this excellent breakdown with all the sources in one place, so that way I don't have to gather like I don't have to save like 50 images, so I can explain what I'm trying to tell you guys. But yeah, that is very good to see. So again, please follow Ayub on Twitter. And I think this is a great place to end the video. Again, leave a like on the video, subscribe as it greatly supports the channel, and leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. Love you all. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.